आज मैं आप लोगों को रदरफोर्ड मॉडल ऑफ एटम के बारे में बताने जा रही हूँ। तो सबसे पहले ये एक्सपेरिमेंट रदरफोर्ड ने किया था। इसके लिए स्कैटरिंग ऑफ अल्फ़ा पार्टिकल्स बाय गोल्ड फॉयल। तो अर्नेस्ट रदरफोर्ड उनका फुल नेम था। रदरफोर्ड वॉज इंटरेस्टेड इन नोइंग हाउ द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर अरेंज्ड विद इन एन एटम. So he designed an experiment for this. In this experiment, fast-moving alpha particles were made to fall on a thin gold foil. He selected gold foil because he wanted as thin layer as possible. Second, alpha particles are doubly charged helium ions. And third, it was expected that alpha particles would be deflected by the subatomic particles in the gold atoms. Since the alpha particles were much heavier than the protons, he did not expect to see large deflections. But results were totally different as he was expecting. Alpha particle experiment gave totally unexpected results. The following observations were made when he performed this alpha particle scattering experiment. He observed that most of the fast moving alpha particles pass straight to the gold foil. And second, some of the alpha particles were deflected by the foil at small angles. And third, surprisingly, out of every 12,000 particles, one was appeared to be rebound. So this result was almost as incredible as if you fire a 15-inch shell at a piece of tissue paper and it comes back and hits you. Following this, Rutherford concluded that alpha particle experiment shows that most of the space inside the atom is empty because most of the alpha particle pass through the gold foil without getting deflected. Second, very few particles were deflected from their path, indicating that the positive charge of the atom occupies very small space or very little space. And third, a very small fraction of alpha particles were deflected by 180 degree, indicating that all the positive charge and mass of the gold atom were concentrated in a very small amount within an atom. So on the basis of experiment, Rutherford put forward the nuclear model of atom, which had the following features. First, there is a positively charged center of an atom called a nucleus. Nearly the mass of an atom resides in the nucleus. The electrons revolve around the nucleus in circular orbits. And the third, the size of the nucleus is very small as compared to size of the atom. But there were drawbacks of Rutherford model of atom. What were those drawbacks? The revolution of electron in circular orbit is not expected to be stable. That is, as we know that any particle in circular orbit will undergo acceleration, and during acceleration charged particle would radiate energy. Thus the revolving electron will lose energy and finally fall into the nucleus. If this were so, the atom should be highly unstable and hence matter would not exist in the form that we know. We know that the atoms are quite stable. So this was the drawback of Rutherford model of atom. That is all about Rutherford alpha scattering experiment and his conclusions through this experiment and the drawbacks of his model of atom. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you very much.